And we're going live. Why are we going live? I don't know. It's early Sunday. To me, Sunday is early. 11 o'clock on Sunday to me is early. Never too early to talk about Giants, but I think Houston was screwing with you. Just updated two people waiting. Same here. I thought of it this morning. Yeah, you know what? I don't know what's going on with YouTube. YouTube has been screwing with my stats. YouTube has been screwing with my analytics. I dropped 40% or 50% in impressions. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but YouTube is screwing with me. And that's what we're going to talk about. But we're here to talk about the New York Football Giants and not how screwy YouTube is, because I see people bouncing in and out of the room. Hey, we'll be listening. Well, good, Zach. Hope you enjoy the show. I don't know where everybody went again. And I don't know if it's YouTube or if it's my internet here at the attic, because the attic is pretty crazy right now. Minty Sports, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Hope everyone's enjoying their Sunday. It is, to me, it's early. 11 o'clock on a Sunday, that's early. Unless there's some football going on, that's just too early for me. So what's going on in Giantland? Do you think Giants retiring is bad? Oh, you know what? I forgot I could do this. Do you think Giants retiring? It's not good. It's not good optically. People will point to the Raiders, how they had 4 guys retire. But the Raiders also didn't have 4 guys that signed, came into camp for a day, and then retired. And they didn't have them all within one short period of time. So they said the same thing about the Green Bay Packers. Guys retire. Plain and simple. Guys quit. Guys retire. Guys look at their body and just say, you know what, I can't do it anymore. I do find it interesting, like Looney. Looney retired the day after the fight, after he had to run the laps and the push-ups. And I will tell you this, and I find it interesting that a bunch of people said this, a bunch of former players, not Giants, but former players, some Giants did too, came out and said that this is not going to fly in the NFL. I forgot the one, I think it was John Allen or Josh Allen, I can't remember. He was a 10-year veteran, came out and said this, people are going to look at this and not want to go to the Judge training camp. There's a difference between a tough training camp and a high school training camp. Anyone that's played in high school, anyone that's played in college, anyone that worked in the NFL like me, you will see the subtly knowing the differences. And the differences when you're in high school. Yes, it's not a terrible thing to run laps. It's not a terrible thing to instill the idea that the coach is the fear factor and you need to do what the coach says, and it's used as a punishment so you're not making stupid mistakes. Yes, 100%. 100%. But then in college it goes away. Because why? Your maturity level is still not there, but you're not on the high school level. You should have learned these things, or idea of learning these things, in the beginning of school, the beginning of high school. So they kind of phased it out in college. Now, not all college programs do. They got rid of the Oklahoma drills and things like that because of the dangerousness of them, but they were used for punishment. So when you get into the pros, if you're a rookie, you're not thinking that you're going to have to run laps, especially when you're a veteran. When you're a younger player, you don't know any different. And what happened with Greg Schiano in Tampa, he had that first year 7-9. He did the college thing. He did the high school thing. He did the play against Eli Manning when the Giants were in victory formation, and he had the guys jumping over the line. All Giant fans blast him as a high school play. And then, but as the younger veterans turn into veterans and the rookies turn into second-year players, they kind of figure out that we're professionals. We don't need to run laps. You don't need to run laps to install the point. And now it's great that the guys that are in there are buying into it, but everyone buys into it the first couple of years. And then after that, it's like, well, it's not what I would refer to as the best way to go or the best long-term approach for the New York Giants. And I hope that Judge is going to, I'm not saying see the error of his ways, because I don't think it's an error of his ways. I think it's just his personality. But they're good example. Aaron Donald just had a fight basically in camp with a dual practice with the Cowboys. Fight broke out. Bench was cleared. Everyone came running in. There was a melee. Nobody ran laps. Everyone got separated. Practice didn't end. It wasn't like, oh, okay, we're done with practice now. No, they just at that point in time just left it alone. Everyone cooled down. Everyone went on their merry way. Everyone was like, yeah, okay, we're done now. Joe Judge made the situation about himself. He inserted himself in the situation when he also sent away the entire coaching staff to punish the team. And I did that psychologically to the point, of course, because then Joe Judge is the bad guy. They can go to the coaches. It's the Herb Brooks thing from the for 79 Olympic team. You know, Herb was the bad guy. He was the hammer. And the coaches were the nice guys. Assistants were the nice guys. That's great and all, but you know what? It doesn't fly with guys that are 5-6 year veterans who you are trying to bring in to fill depth roster spots on your team. Because I will say this, once word kind of gets around that you don't want to be with the Giants because of this, yeah, guys may pass up. Guys may turn around and say no. Oh, this is a good one. Are you buying the PR statement? No, I'm not buying the PR statement. I'm not buying the PR statement because the PR statement didn't come out till 24 hours after the fact. The PR statement then stated, well, the Giants only did this because they were trying to eliminate penalties. And they were trying to show that if you make these stupid mistakes in the game, that you will have these penalties. No, that's not the statement we got 12 hours prior to that. And then I loved Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin came out and said, you know, the Giants are sitting there, yeah, and they're like hitting the first day of training camp. This is awesome and this and great. And then the coaching staff is all in the background after they leave the field going, yeah, we got our guys fired up, right? The coaches and they're no. If that was the case, they wouldn't have canceled the practice. They wouldn't have made them run laps. I don't know. I've seen too many former players. I've talked to former players before. I've seen training camps. I've worked training camps. I've been to multiple Giant training camps. You don't see this stuff. What do we got here from Minty? In my opinion, the punishment technique is not a terrible thing, but it's not a thing people should be praising. After certain players will get tired. That's the thing, Minty. You are a professional. I can tell you right now, when I got into college, I did not expect to run laps. And I didn't. When I worked for Tampa and Miami, nobody ran laps. Nobody. That was 2 years with John Gruden. John Gruden ran a tough training camp. And this is just on the cusp of 2003 of everything changing in reference to pads and two-a-days and nighttime practices and when you can have your meetings. I mean, John Gruden ran a camp, man. He ran a camp. But you know what happened was they were just coming off a Super Bowl. And then after that Super Bowl, when he tried to run the camp like that way, he lost the team for 2 years. Then Bruce Allen came in and fixed the salary cap and everything else. But he lost the team. He lost Warren Sapp. He lost all these players that were no longer buying into the philosophy because of the fact that they won. But the difference is they won. We're 6-10. If you want to be Bill Parcells, if you want to be Bill Belichick, you need to actually win something. Football is back. I'm back. Hey, Joseph, I'm glad you're back. Football is back. Oh, I can't wait. Next week, Giants Jets. We'll be there. Don't know if we're going to go to Fan Fest yet because of the fact that with everything going on with the spike and the variant and all that crap. Fan Fest is Wednesday. The game is like 2 or 3 days later or Saturday. So what is it, 3 days later? I don't know. I can't do math. But I definitely want to go to the game. That's why we're going to try to give away this Coaches Club tickets. You can hang out in the Coaches Club with me. It'll be fun. I haven't figured out how I'm going to give away the ticket yet. I think I'm going to figure it out for a few minutes. figure out how to do it right now. But if you've never been to the Coaches Club is awesome, man. The Coaches Club is actually on the bottom on the field. Now, what happens is it's a place where you can go, you can eat for free. All non-alcoholic beverages are free. Food, desserts, anything you could possibly imagine and want is free. And then you walk in through the big doors. And then the big doors lead you onto the field at Giant Stadium. And then you're probably about, I would say, I'm going to say you are probably, here's a picture from the Coaches Club. This is a picture of the Coaches Club. You're probably about 8 feet away from the bench. And here's before the game started on the Coaches Club again. I do like the attic. I'll put the attic back on. But I'll keep the picture of the Coaches Club. So that's a picture of the Coaches Club. So, like I said, it's a great experience. There's Odell. Oh, yeah, Odell. It's awesome because sometimes players come up to the fence. You can get if you go early enough, you can get players' autographs because you can hang out by the thing. I met Dalvin Tomlinson 2 years ago. I think I like the attic. Where's it's through the Giants room here. So it's a fun experience if you've never gone and do it. I mean, if you want that experience, email at tim@onlineBigBlue.com and we'll pick some emails out. So send me an email during the day at tim@onlineBigBlue.com and we'll see what we thought about there. What are your thoughts on the O-line? Who are the candidates you target for You know what the problem is? You've reached the point now. You're what, 2 weeks going into training camp? The waiver wire is not going to be your friend until people start making cuts to get down to 53. Then that'll be your friend. That'll be your friend. Right now, all you're going to do is you're going to bring in ancillary guys or guys that have injuries or guys that have issues that are being moved. So I mean, it's right now. I don't see anyone on the waiver wire. I'm like, oh, the Giants should go get him for depth. They're gonna have to ride the horses they got right now, and it's scary that I don't know if all these horses are intact. He had some good footage the other day of Andrew Thomas doing a little bit of a mauling. He looked like Papa Bear taking down a guy. Let's see here. I would love to win that. Oh, if you want to live in that, you know what? You have to. Well, here's the thing. You got to be at least 18 years of age. Or actually, got to be at least 21 years of age to go to the coaches club. Because I'm not people. I know. I'm not a guardian. I want the ice cream in the coach. You know what's best about the coaches club? The coaches club, man, has these cupcakes. I think I took a picture of them. Giants cupcakes, man. Oh my God, they're fucking awesome. I'm sorry, they're great. You should go on Bad Dog's 24-hour stream. If Bad Dog invites me to go on this 24-hour stream, I'd love to go on this 24-hour stream. We just did a show with Bad Dog, a couple weeks ago? I think it was a couple weeks ago. We had done a show like 3 weeks prior to that, or 3 months or 4 months prior to that. So he had me back on again, which is a fantastic show. And I think Bad Dog's doing the stream, the 24-hour stream, the same day as the Giant game. So I will be streaming live from the Giant game. Live from the parking lot, live from the field. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention about the coaches club is at the end of the game, this is the best thing. At the end of the game, you wait by these doors. And then all of a sudden, it's like a cathedral. They open up the doors, and you get to go on the field at Giant Stadium. You literally get to walk the field. I threw my first touchdown pass 3 years ago at Giant Stadium on the field. In the corner, right in the corner of the end zone. It was awesome. I think I got the footage of it somewhere. I played it before. I don't know exactly where it is now. I need Giant creators to bully the Eagle ones. You know what, man? The Eagles are in a situation that we were in, but the difference thing about the Eagles is they won something in the last 10 years. So, I'm not gonna bully Eagle fans. They know how dumb they are. You don't need to bully them. Or maybe they don't know how dumb they are. Evan Ingram's in there. No fear. The future MVP is here. If you are an MVP, man, I will be like, I'd be so happy. I'd be like, Evan. So close to football. We are so close to football, man. I cannot wait. I swear to God, I cannot wait for the coaches club. I cannot wait for the game. If you want to go, email me at tim@onlineBigBlue.com. That's again, tim@onlineBigBlue.com. You know what? We're gonna I don't know how you do these things. We're gonna create a ticker. We'll create a banner. I'm gonna put Tim. This is how professional I am. BigBlue.com. Coaches club tickets. Who wouldn't want to hang out with me? I'm so awesome. Here you go. Show that. All right, there you go. If you want to go to the coaches club tickets, that's where I'm not going to even do it as a thing. I don't even know how to make it scroll. But if you want to go, email me there. Email me at tim@onlineBigBlue.com. We'll pick a winner. We will get that going. They're so close to football. Oh, I don't know. How do you make it scroll on the bottom? Let's see here. Let's do it this way. I'll scroll at the bottom as a ticker. All right. See, I'm smart. Tim's smart. All right. There we go. Is that going to work? No, that's not going to work. All right. What is this? Damn, I'm 15, Tim, but I know so much football as a man who's 47 years old. Well, I'm 52. So I still got you beat. Yeah, I can't take a 15-year-old to the game. Like I said, at least 21 years of age. There we go. Tim and Online Big Blue Coaches Club ticket. At least 21 years of age, because also I want you to buy me drinks. You got to go and buy me drinks. It's part of the deal. Part of the deal. Will you be doing a post-matchup breakdown and reaction videos this year? Yes, I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a show every Sunday throughout the season, starting now throughout the season from 11 to 12, and we'll do a pregame. And then during the week, we'll do a couple videos of breakdowns of things, breakdowns of players, and then we'll do a reactionary show after Sunday's game or Saturday's or Monday's game, whatever it is, or Tuesday's game or Thursday's game. Lord knows when the hell they have these games. We will do a reactionary video after that as well. Bad Dog and Tim plus 10 equals great. Yeah, I think we do good shows here. I think they came out really good. Thank you, though. Appreciate that. I do miss tailgating. Would pick up September's home games and do a pig roast, man. Like I said, we come from a Hispanic household, so we like the pig roast. It's called the bani in our household. But then I also have friends that are Filipino that actually do the fire pit, and then they bury the pig in the pit, and then they take it out, and then you eat the skin. Yeah, it's good though. It's good though. I don't mean anything, but I've been MVP of training camp. You haven't dropped the ball. Evan England hasn't dropped the ball. I'm very surprised about that. Let's see what we got here. Wait, I just saw it. I'm going to back to Joseph in a minute. Who's going to be our breakout rookie of the year? Rodarius Williams right now is everyone's favorite. It's everyone's. I'm still going with Ojulari. And a lot of it, like I said, I don't think he's going to be the most impactful rookie. But I think because of the fact that we need him to play an extended period of time, I think he's going to compile a little bit. I would not be shocked if he was on the field 85 to 95% of the snaps from from day one, because we don't have an edge. Ryan Anderson was supposed to be your edge, and he's still on the non-football injury list. So I mean, O'Shane Zimenez is still on the list. We got problems at the edge, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. If you want me to lie, raise your hand if you want me to lie. Okay. We're going to be awesome then. No, we got problems on the edge. We got problems on the edge. We got problems in linebackers. And I love it because people tell me, well, you don't know what you're talking about in the linebackers. Well, here's the problem with the linebackers. Name me one player outside of Blake Martinez and Todd. No, Todd's gone. That has any history or resume of work outside of Reggie Ragland, who's also still on the non-football injury list. Who's going to play alongside? You're going to hope Tate Crowder. You're going to hope Carter Coughlin. I'm missing David Mayo. Shocking as is, I am missing David Mayo. But my breakout rookie is going to be Mr. Ojulari. I could definitely buy you drinks, anything. I appreciate that. You're 15. I don't think you should be buying adult drinks. I appreciate that. Then, Tim, I think you missed on the field. I think I would have missed you on the field. My heyday, man. Here's the thing about my heyday. I always talk about my playing days, and I always talk about how there's just two things that stop me from going on the pros. That's my 2 ACL surgeries and lack of talent. I was what they referred to as a passionate player. I was not a talented player. I'm hard-headed, and I don't mind being hit. You can tell by the wonderful look on my face. Let's see what else we got here. I am very concerned about the offensive line. I'm even more scared of who's going to retire next. I don't think we want anyone to retire. I am scared of who's going to retire next. I don't think anyone in camp is going to leave unless it's due to injury, but I have a concern about us having the ability to pick up veteran depth because of what happened this last week. I have to admit, I am concerned. It is interesting that 3 players all of a sudden retire. I don't know. Evan Ingram, I'm surprised you're not missing the key to leave poor Evan Ingram alone. Come on, Minty, be nice. Have you seen camp? No drops. No, he hasn't been dropping the ball. I have to give. I've said this before. You know what Evan Ingram's going to do? You know what you're going to do, Evan? You're going to have 78 receptions, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. We are going to sign you to an extension, and then you're going to have 43 catches and 479 drops the next year. Evan is waiting for the season to start before he drops the ball. Here he is. I gotta break out the Evan Ingram sound effect. I just haven't had a chance to yet. I really like the depth of quarterback, not so much as the O-line. Tony is going to be I hope Tony's going to be a pleasant surprise. He seems to be doing well in camp. A lot of people got down on Tony immediately because of all the issues. It's life, guys. Shit happens, and I always tell that about players. Players are people too. They have stuff that goes on in their life as well. And Odell Beckham had the hamstring injury coming in his rookie season as well. So I always said, just give Tony a break. Give the kid a break. Nate Sports. What's up, Nate? How you doing this morning or this afternoon? So you were a Rudy player. No, I was not a Rudy player. I was still over 6 feet, and I was still 225 pounds. So Rudy was a very small player. And I actually played. Rudy only got in on 3 snaps. The whole legend of Rudy is wrong. It's not wrong. The movie version of Rudy is wrong, but we're not going to get into that. Of actually what happened on that final play. We're not going to get into that because this is talking Giants. I have a feeling Solder will be next retire if he does. You know what? I don't want Solder to retire. We need Nate Solder. We need a swing tackle. Matt from Connecticut still dealing with a back injury. Andrew Thomas, you hope, is going to be fantastic. I could even see Nate sliding into a guard position at potentially possibilities. I still wish Jonathan Harrison would be back. And when Looney retired, I was thinking, before he retired, I was thinking they were going to take Nick Gates and move him over to guard, because people worry about the tackles. The guard position is things that we probably need to keep an eye on, because Shane Lemieux, the nicest thing, Shane Lemieux is a great run blocker. He just can't pass block. And that's kind of a problem. You got rid of Zeidler, and the contract that he took over in Baltimore, someone we should have probably kept. Nate, I agree. Evan, I think you will do 80. I think you will do. I really think you will do 80 receptions, 1,200 yards. And like I said, we will sign you to a huge free agent contract. And then the next year, like I said, you'll have 43 catches and 479 drops. Because that's just the way the Giants operate. Remember John Beeson, the linebacker who came over from Carolina? John Beeson had a wonderful 7 games for the Giants. Fantastic 7 games. We signed him to the extension, then he had to retire the next year because of his knee. I know this is hypothetical, but I want to gauge your opinion. I always have opinions. What would the Giants do if the defense is good and the offense? Oh, you know what? This is, yes, and the defense is good. And I've actually talked about this. Assumption is DJ is playing average. Here's the problem. That's a great hypothetical. I've talked about this hypothetical. If we got a top 5 defense and we got a below 30 offense, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to blame Jason Garrett. First thing, right out the bat. He's gone. They'll bring someone else in, and they can't bring in the quarterback coach or whatever because he used to work with Jason Garrett. So they'll bring someone else in. At that point in time, if they're still not playing well, yes, then they will go after Daniel Jones. But the problem is Mike Glennon is not the answer. This season is ride or die with Daniel Jones. It is. I mean, like I said, if Daniel Jones progresses and maturates, and we can have at least a top 20, if we can have an offense that's at least, I've said this before, between 20 and 23, and we have a top 5 defense, we're going to make the playoffs. But if Daniel Jones is sucking wind, that's why we made that trade with Chicago for Fields. We're building assets for next year. NFL organizations always play long ball. Fans play the immediate season. NFL franchises play long ball. And that's what they're doing with those draft choices. Because if Daniel Jones sucks wind, he's not going to be here. I said this before. If Daniel Jones starts at least 15 games and has 11 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, he's gone next year. And we're going to be drafting a quarterback starting all over again. My issue is the fact that if we cannot get someone immediate, you're going to waste the talent we have on defense. Also, my biggest fear about Judge is he's polarizing. You cannot afford to go on a bad. If Joe Judge goes, and I've said this, thanks, Bob. I said this before. If Joe Judge starts losing, he's going to lose the locker room. If he goes 0-3, he's going to lose that locker room right away. Because, like I said, you can do the Harry High School shit for a while, and you can make everything about you. But if you don't start winning, that's going to be a problem. It was Hollywood ending. I met Real Ray. He is Rudy. I liked Rudy too. He's a nice guy. Vince Papale. Someone was talking about the Eagles. Vince Papale. I go to some Eagle games because Philadelphia is right down the road. And Vince Papale, who was the wide receiver they did the movie Invincible with Mark Wahlberg. And Vince Papale's at every game. He's a greeter. He's at every game. He gets pissed at me every time he sees me because I used to call him Rudy. And I used to laugh because I go to my friend, go take a picture with Rudy. And I didn't think he remembered me. And then like 4 games later, I went to another game and I laughed because he goes, I'm not Rudy. It's like, oh, you could be Rudy. I agree. Solar could be a good stopgap and great leader for the O-line. I agree. I think Nate's going to play an important role. And I know some people don't like it, but I think Nate's going to play that role. And I don't know what Will Hernandez is going to be. And I don't know if we have to, like you said, we're talking about a swing tackle, maybe a swing guard. I know he hasn't played guards in 10 years. I mean, I think I might be able to play guard. Way I'm eating lately, I'm getting fat. If this keeps up, we might need someone. Reggie's got to get on the field, man. We need Reggie. I thought Reggie was going to be penciled in immediately right with Blake Martinez because the only problem with Reggie is he can't cover. He can't cover. He cannot cover anybody. He's not what he was first 2 years in Kansas City. He is a great run stopper, cannot cover anybody. He's not as bad as Ogletree because Ogletree, with all of his deficiencies, still picked off the ball, still had a nose for the ball. I like Evan Ingram with become go-to guy since you know what? I think Evan Ingram should be his go-to guy, and he kind of was his go-to guy. But you know what? He drops the damn ball too much. This is for you, Zach.
Hits Daniel Jones at the 5. Hits Daniel Jones at. Never mind.
Oh, I still love that sound effect. I know some people hate it, but I love it. Also, he's gracious enough to take a pay cut, and he didn't have to. Yes. Well, yes and no, AP. If he didn't take the pay cut, he wasn't going to be on the team. He plain and simple. But the problem is he still would have gotten paid, but the salary cap ramifications would have been a lot different because his contract froze. That contract froze when he went and opted out of COVID. He took the $100,000 salary, but his contract basically froze for a year and rolled over. So the Giants had to restructure the deal. 8 interceptions, 400 drops. Come on, leave Evan alone. Leave Evan alone. I'm so sorry. Leave Evan alone. There's a clip on YouTube of the final play that was most interesting. Oh yeah, we're talking about Rudy. Yeah, that like I said, they got it wrong. How are we doing in Italy? I salute you as well, my friend. Hope you're enjoying everything in Italy. What do we got over here? I am starting to have the strange share the Giants' real plan was to trade out from the start, and Devontae trade didn't. You know, I don't think that. I personally think that Smith was the target, and I think what happened was because I think the Giants all along were going wide receiver. I did videos on top of videos saying they're going wide receiver, even with all the other problems, they're going to go wide receiver. And I think once Smith went to Philadelphia, I think that just threw a whole monkey wrench into the whole plans. I am concerned about Michael Parsons, though. If you watch that first preseason game, Hall of Fame game, and he only played a quarter, and he played with guys that were second team guys and potentially third team guys in the beginning. And I always say this, when you play against guys that you're higher of a level than, you should show that. And Michael Parsons showed that. And he showed a sideline to sideline ability that I have not seen in years. And it's not a Luke Kuechly thing, because Luke was more, entrenched in the middle of the field. Parsons moved from side to side, man. His coverage skills are still going to be some lacking because he didn't miss the one guy coming out of the backfield. But I even said it before. I thought at one point there was 2 number 11s on the field, and then he made a tackle 7 yards downfield, coming from literally the other side of the field. He ran about 10, 15 yards to make the tackle 7 yards down the field. Not going to say Lawrence Taylor-esque because I saw Lawrence Taylor in his prime. I saw the Giants draft LT. I watched LT's entire career. But there's something special about Michael Parsons. Just throwing that out there. For me, my biggest Daniel Jones concern is how quickly he processes the game. If he is hesitant, and besides, Daniel Jones's biggest issue besides falling down is the fact that and I've said this before, I don't think what he sees on the field is processing in his brain fast enough and then moving to his arm to make the throw. I don't think he's processing the play quickly enough. And I think Pat Shurmur was smart enough to see that and limit his reads that first year and make him a one-read quarterback, which was kind of detrimental to him the next season because Jason Garrett's offense was usually predicated on motion and moving guys around and having multiple targets. So I think that kind of threw some shit on the works. We also seen to born and raised, diehard Giants fan, actually. Anti-Eagles for life. Can't. I know you, Mike Pazan. You leave comments all the time. I know who you are. I know you're a huge Giant fan. I know, my friend. Welcome. I haven't seen you, though, in a while. I miss your comments. Something's going on with Google. Something's going on with YouTube and not posting my videos. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with that. My impressions dropped like 45%. Impressions are what people see, and I don't know why. What we got here? I'm sorry, Evan. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Leo. Leo will have over under 10 sacks.
King of the almost sack.
That's what Leo's going back to. Leo the Lion, I'm saying 5.5 sacks. He'll still have his pressures. We have to give 100% credit last year to the secondary because the secondary allowed a team with a bad pass rush to have a player with 11.5 sacks, I would say at least 6 of his sacks, if not 7, were coverage sacks. And it's great though, because even with cover checks, you still have to have a guy that makes the sack. You got to have a guy that makes the tackle. You got to have a guy that makes the sack. And I'm glad it was Leo because he got paid. But if you take a look at a guy's 6-year total career and focus on one season where he didn't even play 85% of the plays, he played a lot less than that. You need to look at the totality of his career, not just 1 year, because there's plenty of guys that have 1 year wonder careers. I'm not saying he's going to do that. I'm just saying it's a possibility. Also, can someone tell me where the Josh Allen, where it came from? Josh Allen, Daniel Jones comparison came from people that want to believe so badly in Daniel Jones. That's it. Josh Allen progressed from year 1, from year 2, from year 3. He progressed. He showed a progression. And people say, well, he had Stephon Diggs, and he had this, and he had this, and this. Well, Daniel Jones has now got Kenny G, Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram, Kyle Rudolph, Kadarius Toney. I mean, he's, Darius Slayton. He's going to have the plethora of guys to throw to. Oh, what do we see here? Oh, I can't show that message. Oh, my goodness gracious. So many things going on in the house. Well, is Mara nervous if the Eagles? I'm nervous if the Eagles trade for Watson. If the Eagles trade for Watson, I already said we should trade for Watson. If they're looking for 2 first-rounders and a player or 2, give me your next year's 2 first picks. Contract obligation is going to be, you're going to have to extend Watson if you bring him into the Giants because of the fact that his contract is a beast. You're going to have to extend him, and you're going to have to take the money from this year and next year and move it into the latter half of the contract via signing bonus. But you're going to have to extend him a couple of years because, like I said, our own capologist is saying 2022 is going to be challenging for the salary cap. But I'm nervous. Going to be the first major test for Jones. He's going up against amazing defense right away like last year. But if Jones is a player, it's not going to matter. If he's a player, it's not going to matter who he goes up against. 100%. I mean, that's what we have to look at. Under 10 sacks, definitely. I don't think he's going to be under 5. I don't think he's going to be completely
King of the almost sack.
I think that he is going to still have 5.5 sacks. He's going to have his pressures. He's going to have his talent. What do we got here? We all Italian Giants fans set on a forward. Not a single American Giants fan dare do so. The link, the true Rome soldiers measure with. It's funny. The link is a dump. Lincoln Financial Field is a dump, and they made it so it's supposed to be this energy efficient field with the wind generators and everything else. You can't even get a good cheesesteak. How do you not being able to get a good cheesesteak when you got Pat's and Geno's 10 miles down the road, but you can't get a good cheesesteak in the link? The link is a dump. With the loss of Big Dalvin, do you think there will be most reps Danny Shelton? Here's the thing. I think it's going to be Danny Shelton and Austin Johnson. I worry about it because I've said this a million times. If you track the statistical data for Danny Shelton over the last 3 years, he is a better pass rusher than he is a run stopper. That's just all it is. And I think Dalvin Tomlinson tied up 2 guys in the middle a lot of times that allowed Leonard Williams from the interior to get his sacks. So I do think it's going to be an issue. And I don't know if B.J. Hill is even going to make the team, to be honest. Have anyone heard anything about B.J. Hill from camp? Has there been a B.J. Hill sighting? Will Darnell Holmes have a dress role if the guys like Adoree Jack? Yeah, I think he will. I think if I was very interested to see what the kid out of UCF can do. I think that he's going to. Darnell Holmes had an up and down season. He had a good 4 games at the beginning of the year, and then he kind of dropped off, and he got injured. And Xavier McKinney came in that one game and filled into the slot for him. So I think he's got good potential to be a player, but he also could be Corey Ballentine. Just throwing that out there. Don't forget, guys, if you want to go to the Coaches Club, just email me at tim@onlinebigbblue.com. Send me an email. Tell me why you want to go to the Coaches Club, and I will tell you why you can go. It's going to be fun. If the weapons suddenly turn quarterbacks into elite studs, why didn't you? Wow. Hey, I don't know. That's a great question. I said the same thing about our old buddy Tom Brady. Tom Brady never, early in his career, had weapons. He had Deion Branch for a couple of years, but he had guys like Jabbar Gaffney, David Patton. He made them better. But wow. You got me on that one. With the ACL tear, actually, he tore his Achilles. Do you think Caden Smith will have a bigger role than anticipated? I like the potential a lot, but it's not. I don't like Caden Smith. I think Caden Smith, I said it last year, I don't think Caden Smith is a guy that is going to be a total player. I don't think he's going to be I think he is what he is, and I think what he's shown the last 3 years, that's what he's going to be. He's going to be a guy that's going to get you 15, 20 receptions, doesn't really block that well, maybe get you 9 yards a catch and not much on the yak. That's just my opinion. I like the king of the almost sack. Oh, thank you.
King of the almost sack.
Thank you for the super chat, my friend. What's the big difference between a large bag of full of garbage and full of the bag? Hey, that deserves that. Just everyone knows, and I'm not sure if everyone knows this. Anytime I get a super chat or majority of the money that I do make from the channel automatically gets donated to the Philadelphia Children's Hospital. So I just like telling people that because I just like, I appreciate super chats, and I think the kids appreciate them more. Not that we make a ton of money on the channel, but the money that we are able to make, we are able to donate the majority of it. I would say 90% of it goes each month to them. Just one of those things that I worked a long time ago, and not a long time, 10 years ago for nonprofits. So I understand how much money they need to, how they get money. But thank you, my friend. Leaving this out there, as you said, if the Giants cut, who will start? Lorenzo Carter is another one. I'm telling you, man, Achilles are a tough injury to come back from, and it's not. It's to me, it's tougher than an ACL because when they reattach your Achilles, it's not like you are 100% sure or you have the ability to completely understand how that is healing. The ACL, you could tell. ACL, you can move to left. And if anyone's had an ACL injury like I've had, they put you on the table and they take your knee and they literally take your knee and they shift it this way, shift it that way, shift it that way, shift it that way. And they can tell which, and this is back in the old days, they can tell which way the tendons are going and how the tendons are going up and down or if how loose they are. You can't tell with an Achilles. That's what I'm saying. Achilles to me is a tough injury to come back from. And I don't know. Like I said, we haven't heard a lot of Lorenzo Carter, how wonderful he's doing. If this is the make or break, year for Lorenzo, I think for Will Hernandez, for BJ Hill, all the guys from that first Gettleman class. And I think that's what we need. I think that's what we need to think about. Do you still have the Danny Cricket sound effect? I do, but I don't have it on this board. Hold on. Let me see if I have it on the board. I might have it on the board. Let's see here. I do have my other favorite one.
Gentlemen, which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
Gotta love that, man. You gotta love the Water Boy. That was so great. I'll make sure I have it back. AP, I'll make sure I have it back on the board. What's the deal with X-Man this year? He hasn't looked really great, and I think he's probably making. Well, O'Shane Zimenez has not even been on the field yet. He's out with the hamstring. So I mean, it is make or break for O'Shane. And I've said this before. I have an O'Shane Zimenez jersey. I bought an O'Shane Zimenez jersey. That's how much an idiot I am. Also, thoughts on the role of Carter Coffin. I heard they tried him out in the middle. Carter Coughlin, in start of mini camp, they moved him from playing more of the quasi linebacker edge position to strictly a linebacker position. I think that's where he's going to stay. I think he's going to be more of an outside linebacker, and I think what they're going to probably do is try to have like Blake Martinez, Carter Coughlin, Ojulari, and I think they were going to try to have Reggie Ragland in there and have those be your starting four. And, and even with Tay Crowder, even move Tay Crowder in that position as well. Because we always forget about Tay. Tay had a good 7 games. And I think that Tay played better than Carter Coughlin, but Carter Coughlin played more noticeably in games that were like Seattle game. Without Carter Coughlin, we don't win that Seattle game. He controlled that edge. But Tay Crowder was more consistent. I would say Carter Coughlin was more dynamic. What do we got? Whoops. What do we got here? Frank, where is the king of the almost catch? Frank, I am breaking king of the almost catch out. And that'll be more towards the season. And again, if you want to go to the Coaches Club with me this weekend, next weekend coming up, sit in the Coaches Club with me, hang out in the field, drink some beers, send me an email, tim@onlineBigBlue.com is why you want to go to the Coaches Club, and I will pick the best contestant. And we'll have a great time. I don't know, Evan. Who is that? Who is that guy? You could always use a jersey to wash your car. I use my Josh Allen jersey to wash my car. I've said this a million times. I thought the Giants were getting Josh Allen, the linebacker, that draft when they took Daniel Jones at 6. I swore they were getting him. I went and I got a Josh Allen jersey. Yeah, that's hanging in the closet. Saeed, what's up, my friend? Glad you could join in. I missed you. Let's see here. I think Zimenez is losing his job. I think O'Shane's going to lose his. I think he's losing it to his injury as well. If you can't stand the problem with O'Shane coming out of Old Dominion is he had 10.5 sacks his last season at Old Dominion, but he does not have a plethora of moves. He's got like 2 pass rushing moves, and the Giants knew that to the fact that they spoke about that briefly, that how they were going to have to work on his ability to get to the quarterback different ways. He just hasn't shown it since that 4.5 sacks. Any word on Ryder who came? You know what? He came out. He tried out. I don't know if he's still around. I don't know if he's still on the waiver wire. I don't know why the Giants didn't like him. About 200 of us from Italy have been going to the U.S. every year to attend Giant, except for the last year of the pandemic, where we were on it this year. Shut them. Yeah, if you're going to come down the Eagle, your problem is I'm moving. This is going to probably be my last. That's the other thing about the Giants game here. This is probably going to be my last home Giant game because I am moving. I am moving far away. I'm kind of sad about that. So this might be my last Giant game. Let's see. Can't really watch the live stream. Well, you then say you suck. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Also, can't come to Fan. I might not be able to go to Fan Fest either. Like I said, I'm trying to determine if I want to go to Fan Fest and the game or just the game. But like I said, if whoever wants to go to the game, if you want to go to the Coaches Club, Tim at onlineBigBlue@gmail.com. Why do you want to go to the Coach Club with me? Send me an email. Be awesome. This is also from not the Coach Club, but this is from the trophy room behind me. From the trophy room. So we'll get to go there. Big Vito. RJ McIntosh made some plays in camp. Thank God, because RJ McIntosh hasn't made plays in 3 years. I had a lot of hope for RJ McIntosh when he came out of Miami. I really did. And I thought the Giants got a steal with him in the later round, but he just hasn't really shown anything. And I hope he does. I hope he does, because we need someone on the edge. Mike Cole is my nemesis, which is why I can never go to MetLife. Yeah, I'm the same way, but I'm just one of those things. I'm done listening to you. Maybe you should hire a coach instead of Joe Judge. Idiot. Oh, that's so sad. Sorry, Roy. I apologize. I'm so sad. Roy's not going to listen to us anymore. Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right, I'm over it. All right, what do we got here? Moving somewhere nice. Yeah, we're moving somewhere nice. I'm moving somewhere warm. I'm going back to I'm a warm weather guy. I like the heat. I like being outside. I like riding the bike. I like swimming. I like going to the ocean. I got to get someplace warm. I lived in Jersey most of my life, most of my young life, and then I moved down to Florida, as most people know, and I miss that. How many rushing yards do you will have Big Blue collectively between Barkley comes? You know what? I worry about this because I worry about Booker. I worry about Brightwell. I know we're trying to bring back Alfred Morris and catch lightning in a bottle again. I mean, maybe it happens, but I'm worried. And like I said, they're saying week 3 potentially for Barkley. It could be week 5. I have a feeling. I don't know why we got rid of Gallman. Gallman went and took that basically putrid contract. If they can average 75 yards rushing a game and the defense plays well and Daniel Jones makes the plays, we could win. But I think maybe there's going to be 75 yards a game in total. Big Vito, how you doing, my friend? Tim, I'd love to join you, but I cannot make it the game due to work. That sucks. I gave my ticket to my cousin. He'll be there for the first 4 home games. I'm going to try, if I'm not here for the Atlanta game, I'm going to try to be here for the Eagle of the Atlanta game for Eli Manning's ring ceremony. I'm going to try to do that. Oh, Roy. Roy's gone. Oh, my God. I missed Roy. Oh, my God. Roy, fuck you. There you go. How about that? I don't give a shit. You know what? I've learned something a long time ago, and I've gotten too old, and I've said this before. You don't care what people think. You're happy with yourself. You're happy with what you do, and you just don't care. As long as you're happy with your family, that's all that matters. And if people like you, they're going to like you for who you are, and it doesn't matter. So that's why I have no friends. Hey-o. What's your opinion on Chase Garrett being asking to be called coach? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's camp shit. I mean, that's just camp stuff. I mean, If he wants to be called coach, let him be called. You know what? If he gets a top 10 offense and he changes Daniel Jones's career around, I will call him whatever he wants me to call him. I'll call him Santa. We're all former current rugby players with M&A training. Smallest and shortest dudes. Wow. Yeah, that's about my size. 6'2", 230. That's about me. It's funny. I got a good friend who actually owns a MMA training facility not too far from our house. And he's actually a nice guy. He also teaches like special forces guys, which is really cool. Gallman, yeah, you know what, Big Vito? Gallman was probably a Reese guy. You're right. You're right. I think you're 100%. I think that could have been the reason why. I mean, do I think that's... I think a lot of times it's talent. It's not who your coaches, who you were drafted for. I mean, if it doesn't matter to me. And like I said, if you draft a guy and then you leave and the guy has talent, I mean, I think they're going to sign him. But I think in some ways you might be right. What do you think are going to be the biggest obstacle for our offense going into this year? And our biggest obstacle for biggest offense is going to be on offense is going to be protecting Daniel Jones and having Daniel Jones have the ability to find the open man. Biggest obstacle on defense is going to be the linebackers and the edge. The linebackers, I am not overly concerned in reference to coverage because you're going to move Logan Ryan, Peppers, and Xavier McKinney into the quasi linebacker role and kind of play them in the box like they did last year. I think Peppers last year played like 65% of his snaps in the box. So they're kind of quasi hybrid linebackers. But I worry about the run and reference to the second level because of the fact that you lose Dalvin Tomlinson and Blake Martinez is going to have to be fast enough to figure out exactly where to be positioned on the field to make those plays. Vito. I just like Big Vito. I just love the name. Colts was, losing Colt was a big loss. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. We're going to shut down the channel because Roy. I miss Roy. Does anyone know where Roy is? I'm an asshole. I know it. In terms of leadership. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, leadership is a big thing. Jose G. How you doing, Jose? I haven't seen you in a while, my friend. How you doing? Tim, you need to make some online big blue tissues for... Oh, my God, Roy. Whoever doesn't know, we lost Roy. Roy called me a bad name and left the channel. He said he's never going to watch again, and I'm so upset. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Roy. Roy. Oh, Roy. Are you Roy? Oh, my God, Roy. Oh, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Do you think would do Sterling Shepard? I think Sterling Shepard's going to be gone because I think Tony's going to try to take over the I think they're going to try to have Tony take a spot, and we're going to need the money. I see good news about. What do we see good news about? Let's see here. A lot of football knowledge. I like your takes. I appreciate it. Some people like me, some people don't, but that's just the world. That's just the way life is. David, how you doing? Thank you for the super chat. Again, all super chats will go to the Philadelphia Children's Hospital, just like all the money from my revenue goes to. Your biggest positional concern. You know what? A lot of people say the tackle. A lot of people. I have two. Can I give you an offensive and a defensive one? I still think guard is going to be one of my biggest concerns. And I still think that the edge position is going to be the concern. Because I don't know if we're going to be able to hold the edge against a run. And especially since the fact that we don't have, I'm not going to say a quality edge linebacker, but we don't have a linebacker that I think can play the edge comfortably and hold that and run to allow our defensive end to rush. So I think, like I said, I think the guard position's more in flux than the tackle position right now. And I was hoping when we signed Looney that we were going to take Gates and move him back to guard. I see a good news today about Denton Brandon Smith. Yeah. You know what? I try not to look about what other players have done because I just don't. You know what? That'll drive you crazy. Doing good, been busy. Well, I'm glad you've been busy. Hopefully he's busy doing good stuff. It's been, and hopefully you're going to be around for the season because I missed the Jose G comments. I also miss saying, Jose G! Let's see here. Usually I don't talk much about predicting stats. What do you think will be the leading the team in interception, sacks, or defenses on offense? Who do you think on offense, who will let up the most sacks? Ooh. I'm going to say whoever's going to be at the right tackle position. I think on sacks, it's going to be 7.5 for Ojulari. And I think Adoree Jackson is not going to lead the team in interceptions because the guy never intercepts anything. But I do think it's going to be James Bradbury on the INTs, to be 100% honest. I think that'll be that's a really good questions. But like I said, I just get concerned about this. You know what? I don't know if he was signed. We were just talking about him if he was signed. And I don't know. I can't Google it. My internet at this house is so bad. It's not even funny. I mean, loading a video was like, I had a question. Is everyone getting the notifications when the videos do come out? Because I got a lot of people telling me they're not getting the notifications. And like I said, my impressions have dropped 45% in 1 month. And YouTube won't tell me anything. Julian Love will leave the team 19 if he can catch the ball. I think Julian Love takes pass catching reception, takes lessons from Evan Ingram on how to catch the ball. So he's still out there. Austin is still out there. If he's still out there, man, I don't know why we're not bringing him in. Maybe he doesn't want to retire. I know. I don't get on Joe Judge. I just make observations. And I always tell people that I make observations. That's all I do. And you can like him, you cannot like him, but I'm just giving you my opinion and observations. That's why it's an opinion show. But again, if you want to go to the Coach Club, Tim at onlineBigBlue.com. Tell me why you want to go to the Coach Club with me. We'll hang out in the field, drink some beers, do some live streaming. I got a camera. I'm going to do live streaming. That'll be fun. Never, but I don't get notifications for other channels I'm subscribing to. Make sure that when you subscribe to the channel, you go click on the bell and click all notifications, and that will, and hopefully that will solve the problem. He wants to be, so Austin wants to be a starter. I would make him a starter. He wants to come to the Giants. I'll make him a starter. He did start 2 years for Kansas City. I mean, I would make him a starter. I would take Gates, and I would feel comfortable with this. I would make Austin the starter center, take Gates, move him over to guard, and then potentially have either Will Hernandez or Shane Lemieux on the other side. I'd be comfortable. I would actually be comfortable with that, and I think it would fix some problems with the line because I think Nick Gates is a okay center, but I think he will be a much better guard. I've never seen a center get so many holding penalties as he did that first year. And I know the Venerable Pro Football Focus will tell you how wonderful he was. But there were plenty of games, and everyone will talk about the Aaron Donald game. I understand that. But I do think he's better off at guard. I select all notifications but Zippo. I don't know, man. I talked to YouTube, and somebody put a what is it? I had people put, what is it? What did they do? When you evidently do something bad, you can submit something to YouTube that I did something bad, and I had a bunch of people do that from another. I'm not saying from another channel, but some subscribers from another channel, and that knocked me down in the rankings. So it's all childish bullshit. Worst case scenario, I just go back doing podcasts. I like doing podcasts. I love podcasts. With all the Italian Giant fans in Palermo, would love to have you down here and move here. Oh, I would love to go to Palermo. It's beautiful down here. I went to Palermo years ago, back in mid-90s. Probably still the beautiful same place it is. Strike. Thank you, Zach. In the NFC, so who do you reckon from 4-1 the best backup situation? I don't like to predict injuries, but I think right now, you know what? I think all the backup situations right now, because if you watch the backup quarterbacks in Dallas, that was just scary. There's nobody in Philadelphia, nobody in Washington, and there's nobody here. I mean, but if you had to choose at this time, I'd probably go Giants. That's hard to say with Mike Glennon, but I'd probably go Giants, Washington, Cowboys, and then the Eagles. A strike. Yeah. No, it's not a copyright strike. If it's like I'm bullying or harassing or something like that. And then if you get too many of those, they take you out of the analytics. And I think that's what happened last month. It happens. People just don't like what you have to say. And if you don't like what you have to say, you know what? I don't watch the other people. Just don't watch it. Don't like it, don't watch me. You don't have to make stuff up about me because I'm usually pretty clean. The podcasts are usually kind of a little racy, but I'm pretty clean. Yep, center. Yep, Austin at center, Gates. Yeah, I mean, I think that would be, to me, that would be a good situation for the line. I think that would be a great situation for the line. I really do. Here's a match question. Will Sandro Passo, whatever, have any impact? Assuming no, he's still on the injury list. And I don't think he's an NFL Europe guy. I don't think he's gonna be around. I don't think he's gonna be around. I think he's gonna be on the practice squad. Again, if you want to go to the coaches club, email me at tim@onlinebigbblue at gmail. Just tim@onlinebigbblue.com. It's on the bottom. I can't talk. Let's see here. Do you feel more comfortable for Glennon or McCoy? I think, or McCoy from last season. Let me think. McCoy. The problem with McCoy was he was 32 years old and his best days were well behind him, and he did not give the Giants the opportunity to run the same style offense. I don't like Glennon because he's a journeyman who bounced around, who started at Tampa, went to different places, tried to become a starter, and just didn't pan out. But for a short period of time, can we catch lightning in a bottle with Mike? Yeah, why not? But if Daniel Jones goes down, we're screwed, guys. You can, or is that bad to say? I forgot if that's bad to say. Too many people don't like to hear the truth. You know what I was saying? I don't mind if people don't like to hear the truth. That's fine. But I don't go on other channels and attack other people for what they believe is the truth, and I don't go and file false claims against them. That's bullshit. I mean, it is what it is. Let's see here. Every year when we attend the Giant games away from the Eagles and Link, once they find out where Italian Giants from Sicily, they run fast. I don't know, man. You got to watch out for those South Philly guys. You got to watch out for South Philly guys. That's what I always tell people. Watch out for if anyone tells you they're from South Philly and you're going to get into a fight, go the other way. Run the other way. I have there used to be a bar called Who's on Third in South Street, Philadelphia, and I worked security there, and you always had the guys that would come down and want to test our metal, and I love it because I got it's on this side right there. No, it's right. Where it's oh, there it is right there. That was a cut. That was a large cut I got because someone hit me in the face with a bottle, and it was funny because it was these guys from South Philly. And one of the bartenders was like, I told you, don't pick on South Philly guys, man. I was like, I didn't pick on him. I was doing my job. He hit me with a freaking bottle. I will tell you this. He ended up in the hospital. Will the Giants have a top 10 defense? I hope they will. South Carolina. I hope they do. I think they could easily have a top 10. If they move to 7 or 6, I would not be surprised. But it's going to be contingent on the edge play and the linebackers. Alex Sports. If you don't know Alex Sports, go to his channel and subscribe. He's coming back doing giant videos. I think I'm going to be on his channel on Monday. If that is still correct, Alex, let me know because I will love to come on your channel. You can't handle the truth. I used to have that sound effect too. That would have been so cool if I had that. If I had that lined up, and that I would be awesome if I did that, man. Because I have all these boards, and they do all these things, and it's fun, and I like the noise make.
You can't handle the truth.
There we go. See that? Oh my God. I also love. I'm doing good, Alex. How are you doing? Doing good. You missed Alex. Roy left. I doubt it may be a top 10. I don't think we're not going to be a top 10 defense. I don't. I get concerned. Like I said, I get concerned about the linebackers. I get concerned about the edge. But when you have the type of secondary we have, if they play to their potential from the corners and the safety positions, and you have that interior with hopefully the $22 million man, I think we should be good. Out of curiosity, with all the retirements, why do you think the Giants showed public interest in big names? I don't think they want to bring in veterans. I don't think they want to bring in high-profile veterans because of the fact that I don't think they want to have the situation that they're running into right now. And I think some veterans are shying away from the Giants because of the fact that not that they're running a tough camp, but they just don't want to deal with it. Lawrence Taylor, towards the end of his career, held out every training camp. Held out. They didn't want any money. They didn't want anything else. He just wanted to play golf. And I think that's what some of the veterans are doing. They're just holding out. All right, we're all good for Monday. Catch me Monday on Alex Sports, 9 p.m. Did we say 9 p.m.? I think we said 9 p.m. You can tell I'm very professional about this. I'm still upset about Roy. I'm still upset about him. Oh, I'm still upset. Roy. I would do my Streetcar Named Desire, but no one would know the Marlon Brando reference. Stella! What's gonna be Roy? I could have been somebody. I could have been a contender instead of what I am now, which is a bum. I was on the waterfront. DeCastro needs surgery. Oh, okay. That's a good reason why. That's a good reason. We'll give a shout out to, hey, Shannon Sharp said JoJo's is playing with fire because a lot of veterans are willing to. Yeah, Bob Jones, I agree with you 100%. That's what and I'm not saying that it's not going to happen. I'm just saying, like I've seen this, and this is what I think a lot of people get mad at me about. I've seen this firsthand. I've watched. I've sat in meeting rooms in the NFL. I've sat in rooms in the Arena Football League. I've seen what players will put up with. I've been to training camps. I've spent days, hours, 24 hours a day in Tampa's training camp. I've seen this. I've seen what players are going to do. And players from the early 2000s are the same way they are now, especially veterans. They've reached a point. They're getting paid. They want to get paid, and they just want to play. That's it. And it is 9 p.m. Alex Sports. Catch me then. And if you want to go with the Coach Club with me, it's Tim at onlineBigBlue.com. Coaches Club tickets. Just tell me why you want to go. Could be a fun reason. We'll have a good time. We'll have a good time. Parking passes are not included. You have to get there yourself, and you have to be at least 21 years of age. Big video, I think you like my Stella. Can you imagine JoJo trying to force Aaron Rodgers? No, I cannot. And that's the thing about this team. Outside of a couple players, and I still don't consider Leonard Williams a superstar. We don't have a superstar because our superstar is hurt. And if Saquon Barkley did not buy, if he was healthy and would not buy into running laps, you are 100% right. It would not be happening. How do you think the Giants season is going to go? Well, you know what? This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if Daniel Jones plays well enough and the defense is in the top 10, I'm thinking anywhere between 8 to 10 wins on a 17-win season. If Daniel Jones is the same player that he was last year and they run the same vanilla offense, and like I said this a million times, I don't think they ran the vanilla offense last year because of the fact that Jason Garrett wanted to do that. I think that was by design with Joe Judge, so they eliminated the turnovers for Daniel Jones and did not force him to lose the game and not forcing him to win the game. And they're winning with defense, which is a winning combination. If Daniel Jones doesn't play well, I'd be surprised if we win 5 games. Surprised. I knew you liked that big video. I knew you did. I'm going to wrap this up in a couple minutes, guys. We're running a little bit over, but you know what? I like answering some of these questions. Yes, I think Ojulari has a shot. And like I said, I think, and I'm not anything against Ojulari. I'm just thinking the reason why he has a venerable shot at winning this is because of the fact that he has he's going to play the snaps. He's going to be on the field. And I think he's going to compile the stats needed. He may not play well all the time, but I do think he has got a potential. But if Michael Parsons looks as real as we think he is, we might be in some trouble. You know what I want to do real quick here? I'm thinking about this. Like I said, I found in my mom's house, these are my box of 1990 football cards. I want to open another one up. I want to open one up. I got Lawrence Taylor the other day. I got real excited. I got the 90 version of Lawrence Taylor. So we're going to open these up real quick. My contest was going to be if you ate the 31-year-old gum, I was going to take you to the Coaches Club, but then if you probably would have died, I probably might have felt bad for like a week. Probably not even a week. Probably a couple days. Boomer Science and we got a Kyle Clifton. Everyone remember Kyle Clifton? This is for the Eagle fans. Randall Cunningham, 1990 Randall Cunningham. What else do we got here? Rod Bernstein, man. Anyone remember Rod Bernstein? He was running back and he basically went into linebacker. Sammy Winder. No Giants. Bobby Hebert. He was a good player, Bobby Hebert. Good USFL guy. Jim Jeffcoat. Ripped that one up. Again, no Giants. Anthony Miller. Anyone remember Brad Muster? Put some mustard on that hot dog. No Giants, man. I'm starting to get pissed off. I got one Giant the other day, and I got like 30 other packs. Like I said, I do have the Holy Grail. This is the 1986. I put it in this plastic because I'm cheap. This is the 1986 rookie card pack. It could be Reggie White. It could be Jerry Rice. So many different guys. Let's see. Does Junior get tackled from the turf? I'm hoping Daniel Jones stays upright. I have my fingers crossed. And people always call me a Daniel Jones hater. I don't hate on Daniel Jones because if he doesn't play well, we're not going to win. I just think this is funny though.
It's Daniel Jones at the 5. It's Daniel Jones at.
I just think that's funny stuff. Let's see here.
Never mind.
People do not realize that Jason Garrett and Joe Judge are in agreement on offense. Yes, I agree with that. So many fans react to Joe Judge has zero input on the offense. I agree. Joe Judge has got his hand in everything. He does. He's got his hands in everything. And I think that's the problem. I don't think that's the problem, but I think that's what fans don't see. That's like when the former coach of the Steelers, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Of the Browns, who's on our team now, who couldn't handle the locker room and got fired after one season. When he got promoted, and everyone's like, well, he's going to open up the offense and take over for Jason Garrett. No, he got promoted to help the offensive line because the guy that's coming to the offensive line coach is a guy that has only coached in college. So his job is to work in the line. It has nothing to do with being an senior offensive assistant for Jason Garrett. It has nothing. Freddie Kitchens. It has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that at all. It's like you got to learn something before people make comments. And that's what gets me aggravated. Thoughts on Kedarius, Tony? I think he's going to be a gadget guy in the beginning. I think he's not going to be a Percy Harvin. I think he's going to need to find a role, and it's going to be a niche role in the beginning. And I think for the first 5-6 weeks, he's going to be our punt returner until we find him a role. So who are we keeping at running back? Well, let's see. We're going to have to keep Booker, Alfred Morris, and probably Brightwell. Do you think players are scared of being fined for? I do think players are being scared. You're never going to have a guy ever speak out against their head coach while they're on the roster. And you're never going to have a guy. It wasn't until, Marcus Golden got traded that he started telling the truth or what his perception of the truth was. You're never going to find a guy on the roster to speak out. What's going on? I'm back in the stream. Well, Roy left. Roy's gone. I don't really want to talk about Roy. I miss Roy. Okay. Freddie Kitchens, yes, thank you. I do remember it. And again, if you want to go to the Coach Club, Tim at onlineBigBlue@gmail.com. No, just Tim at onlineBigBlue.com. Look down there. Don't listen to me. Look down there. Freddie Kitchens. All right, has anyone got any last questions? So I'm going to wrap this up because I'm going to go outside. I'm going to go walk the dogs. I got my one dog behind me. I'm glad you didn't hear it because I got the green screen up because I'm in the basement. Literally, I'm in the basement that looks like it was from the early 1980s and has not changed since. Top 5 Giant plays from 2021. Top players? Okay, top 5 Giant players 2021. Oh, that's going to be, I'm going to go not in any order from on the 5. I'm going to go to Blake Martinez, James Bradbury. I'm also going to go with, let's see here. I'm probably going to have to go with Logan Ryan. You notice I'm picking all defensive guys. I do think Kenny G, if he can stay healthy, will be one of the top 5 players. And more than likely, you're going to have, I'm thinking Adoree Jackson's going to surprise people. He's not going to get the INTs, but he's going to surprise people. I told a story about Mike Haynes, former cornerback from the Raiders. His brother Mark Haynes played for us, was 3 years an All-Pro. Excuse me, yeah, not Pro Bowl, All-Pro. He used to have an office in Orlando, and this was back in the early 2000s. And I used to talk to him because I would see him in the building because my friend's office was in the building as well. So I would talk to him, and I mentioned him once because interception totals were still kind of high back in the early 2000s. But I asked him once. I said, "Do you ever see a time where interceptions are really not going to be the thing?" And he said, "Yes." It was funny. This was back like in 2001. And he was saying the fact that the ability of the receiver and the timing of the defensive back in reference to trying to cover and turn around and play on the ball is going to be, there's going to be such a disparity with that because you're going to try to focus so much on coverage that you're not going to be looking for the ball as much. And I think that's exactly what's happening right now with players like Adoree Jackson. I love the Jersey sarcasm. I got a lot of Jersey sarcasm. Great stream, man. Have a nice rest of the day. I wish you luck too. I am also a diehard Mets fan. I followed the team since '73. So yeah, I know what's going on with the Mets, man. Well, pitching is the problem. We get guys all of a sudden they forget to hit. Your opinion on the motion offense? A lot of Giants fans complain we don't do it enough. Yes, I know. This will be one of the last questions. Yes, statistically, the motion offense we didn't use as motion as much, and people will be like, "Wow, you use motion to throw off the defense." I'm gonna tell you something right now. As a former defensive player and someone that's been in defensive meeting rooms, motion does not throw the team off that much. Does not throw the defense off that much. Play action throws the defense off. And again, I think they limited the motion to help limit the mistakes with Daniel Jones, because they were basically eliminating his reads. Now I'll put those in order. I'm not putting anything in order. You're making my head hurt, man. Great stream. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone stopped by. Big video. I'm glad everyone can come out. Glad everyone there. Look, go back. Oh, we miss Roy. Monday's show, I am going to do a tribute to Roy, the online Big Blue fan who's not. Those that do not know, Roy left us. Can we get emotional? Roy left us. He's no longer with us because he called me a bad name and left. So we all know Roy's an idiot. So gotta love Roy. You can read emotion. Yeah. What do you see in the undrafted free agents making the team? I think a couple of the wide receivers are going to make the team, but I don't think anyone's really standing out right now with undrafted free agents. I think David Sills, everyone wants him to be on the team. You can read motion. You can read motion. Motion does not fool people. Motion does not fool defenses as much as you think when you get into the pros. It's more of a high school, college thing. You're also just putting players in motions a lot of time to create mismatches against the defense on certain players. But if you have a quarterback that you are afraid to allow to make multiple reads and multiple sets, that's when you stay away from motion. I would not be shocked if the Giants went more play action. Because the fact, like I said, play actions, hopefully you're freezing the defense for that half a second. And a lot of times when you're freezing the defense, you're going to go with your first read option. And I think Daniel Jones is good at going on his first read option. It's just when you get beyond that, that's when the troubles happen. I've been thrown out of the band from the link so many times, so many years for bullying, harassing, and beating up Eagle fans. Uncommissioned the law enforcement in Philadelphia. You know what? I've gotten some doozy fights at the link. I tell the story. I'm not going to get into the story because it didn't end well. The game in 2007. The link. Oh, it was a good story though. Let's just put it this way. It was 3 against 8 and we won. So, well, we didn't actually won because we ended up in the holding cell. My team hated me. I'm able to read play action. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's not. I mean, it's not. I think people. I think, you know what? I think a lot of things is, and this is going to be my last comment of the day. A lot of people ask me why I don't do, and I've said this before, why I don't do videos in reference to breaking down players' performances. It's because of the fact that we don't know a lot of things, and we don't know. And I think a subscriber put it best when he said, what happens is when you do a breakdown as fans, you're overhyping the obvious. And I think that's what's happening with this motion thing. Everyone's got a bone now. And this was the problem for the defense. You're overhyping the obvious because you don't know the nuances. You don't know the coverage. You don't know what his assignment was. You don't know what assignments were missed. You don't know what the audible was. You don't know if there was an audible. You don't know if there was a change. You don't know. So you can't break down a guy's play because of the fact that you don't know all the nuances. And that's one of my biggest problems with Pro Football Focus as well. So again, if you want to come with me to the Coaches Club, email me at tim@onlineBigBlue.com, Coaches Club tickets. Tell me why you want to go. Going to be coming up. I will email you the ticket. It's you have to have the Giants app on your phone. So you got to go to Giants. It's just a Giants app. And what you do is I will electronically send you the ticket. You cannot sell the ticket. You have to actually go. If you cannot go to the game, you can send the ticket back to me, but you cannot sell the ticket. That's all I'm saying, because I'm going to lock that. But you need it on your app, and then you can just meet me inside the stadium or meet me in the parking lot. I'm in the red lot. And again, you got to get your own parking pass, or you got to take the train in. I'm not providing transportation, but it'll be fun. Like I said, free food, free drinks, non-alcoholic, all you can eat. It's a good time. Let's see here. Can you do a video debunking film reviews? I should, but then I'll probably lose another 1,000 subscribers. So you know what? I will do it. Can't stand the constant rewinding of the break. Oh my God. I don't watch. People send me the films. They email me the films. And it's like, and I've said this before. There was a system, it's still around. It's called the XOS Digital Replay System. It was bleeding edge back in early 2003, which is what I did for Tampa. And it basically, at the time, was you could record practices and watch them via your computer live and do the same thing. You could highlighting the players. You can rewind. You can do all these things. And I still have that system. I could actually do this, but I don't do it because of the fact that, like I said, I am not going to do something such as that because I don't know everything that goes on each play. I'm going to be on live tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Alex Sports. Go find him. Go subscribe to him. He was in the chat. Hope everyone has a great day, guys. I got to jump off. I got a bunch of things I got to do, and I also got to go walk the dogs. We have a Bernese mountain dog who is 120 pounds who's sitting behind a green screen. Every once in a while, I see the screen move because it's his tail because evidently he wants to go outside. Hope everyone will, check out the videos on Monday. Watch the videos if you can. Because like I said, I got to get my impressions back up. I don't mind doing the videos. It's just I get concerned when all of a sudden, like I said, my impressions dropped 45% in a month. And it's like I said, the only way I can get them back up again is if people continuously watch the video. Don't continuously watch the video, but if people actually, like subscribers, watch the video. Because like I said, somebody's doing something against me, and I have an idea who it is. I'm just not going to say. But like I said, they're flagging the channel. So, all right, everyone. Hope everyone has a great time. Oh, there we go, Zach. It's going to be Alex Sports, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday. Alex is a good kid. I'm going to go jump on his channel, have a good time. He did videos for a while. He took a 4-month hiatus. He is now back. He was gracious enough to invite me onto his channel, so I cannot wait to go and talk to the younger segment of Giant fans. You look at my demographics, a bunch of old people. I shouldn't say that. I got good demographics. I have that key demographic of 27 to 35. But I will never have a sponsor on this channel. Just so everyone knows that. I will never have a sponsor. Never. Why? I probably should, because like I said, we do donate all of our money, but I do this for you guys. I don't do this to make money. I do this to talk to the Giant fans. I do this to have a good time. Hope everyone has a great rest of their weekend. Alex Sports is right here. You see me on Alex Sports Monday. Email me at tim@onlinebigblue and tell me why you want .com and tell me why you want to go the game with me. Bob Jones. I know I heard the same thing. Bad Dog's having the same problem as well. It's nice to hear everyone, but I guess you're nice that I'm giving the money away. You know what, guys? I'm not a millionaire. People always say to me, oh, you must be a millionaire. I did retire 10 years ago. I retired in my early 40s. I do this for fun. I do this for the fans. I do this for Giant fans. I think it's weird to say that I have fans. I have friends and subscribers. That's what I call it. I don't call you guys fans. We just want to talk Giants together. So that's all. And that's all we want to do. So hope everyone has a great end of the day. I will see Alex tomorrow, 9 p.m. It's Eastern Standard Time, I'm assuming. If not, Alex will tell me that I'm wrong, and I'll put it on the community chat. Hope everyone has a great rest of their weekend. You catch my podcast, NFL Talk from Across the Pond and Back. Every place you can find podcasts. We'll have a new show coming up as well. I'm surprised Don, my co-host, wasn't in the chat today. Will there be video, Tim? Video from where? Will there be video time? There'll be video. I'll have plenty of videos. I like doing videos now, too. I like being on camera because I get to be very flamboyant, and I get to do things. Oh, my God. What a day, guys. What a day. Oh, someone always asks me what I have on my desk. Here, I'm going to show. I got Bigfoot. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. Got a holster. I like when people send me a private chat. What's on your desk? I don't know why people like seeing what's on my desk. I have a mask. This is from the house. I don't know what this is from. I got I got these. These are actually really cool. I found this too. They're Ohio State football cards, college. I don't know why, but that's really, I got a whole bunch of other crap on my desk as well. But like I said, this isn't my desk. I got my Bigfoot ride and a reindeer coffee mug. It's always fun. So there we go. Person who wanted to know. Yes, there will be a video tomorrow. There are always going to be videos. I'm going to have videos. Like I said, I'm just going to keep flooding the feed till we get our things back again. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Hope everyone has a great time. I enjoy doing this. And one last shout out to Roy. Roy, you're going to be missed. All right, everyone. Have a good day. All right, good day. Hope everyone was great. And we'll see you on Monday. And don't forget, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Alex Sports. All right, guys. Have a good weekend.